Ask any GTA commuter about what it's like taking public transit, and you'll likely hear your fair share of gripes.
And a lot of the infrastructure, they seem like they need a lot of maintenance.
Every time something happens, I don't know, security incident or maybe something like technical issue.
I ride it every day, and at least on average 3 to 4 times per week, there are always delays.
The TTC has a multi-billion-dollar funding backlog just to keep the system working. And riders today are experiencing all of the challenges of what happens when a system ages, when it doesn't have enough maintenance money.
One thing is for certain, the outcome of the upcoming federal election could have a significant impact on how painful or easy it will be to ride the rocket, because in order to get back on track, it's going to take a lot more cash. One of the agency's main priorities, new subway cars on Line 2. The TTC's current 2025 budget relies on $3.4 billion in capital funding over the next 10 years, pledged by the previous Trudeau government.
The City of Toronto doesn't have the money to pay for new subway cars on its own. The province has also agreed to funding, but that money is contingent on the federal government paying money for it too. If the federal government doesn't agree to it, we may not get those new subway cars.
We reached out to each of the major party leaders to find out what they would do for the system. New Democrats called for federal funding to upgrade Line 2 cars for years, wrote an NDP spokesperson, and were committed to doing more for infrastructure across the city. The rest of the party leaders have not yet responded in time for broadcast or did not directly address transit questions. But advocacy group TTC Riders says it has sent each of the major parties a survey of their own, and all but the Conservatives have recommitted to funding for new Line 2 cars. The group also says not all parties have committed to more operational funding.
Why does it always seem that, transit agencies have to beg like Oliver Twist for money sometimes from governments?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Transit sometimes feels like an afterthought, that there's always something else where the money could go, and especially for maintenance. That maintenance is so out of sight, out of mind. It's like it's boring until it's broken.
Asimia Tiki says other ways the federal government could make a difference in transit here, invest in dedicated bus lanes, and also commit to consistent long-term funding in order to see the big projects through. The federal election takes place on April 28th in downtown Toronto. Natividad, City News.